Ladies and gentlemen and friends and combatants in attendance, watching, all fellow Earth Realm warriors, we're gathered here today, not just to mourn the death of Mortal Kombat 1, the announcement of the definitive edition this morning, approximately 12 hours ago, but to honor its short, brutal, and honestly, just wildly chaotic life. Born in September of 2023, first conceived the summer of 2023, MK1 arrived with what we thought would be some thunderous fanfare. Reborn in fire! The timeline resets, declaring itself Liu Kang's new era. It gave us Liu Kang as a god. Johnny Cage with memes and a roster of fighters so shiny you think they were rendered and created by the other gods themselves. Personally, this roster at face value is a roster that I've dreamed about since, well, Mortal Kombat Deception. It's a great roster. But now, just shy of 2 years, approximately 19 months, and it's gone. MK1's left us. Replaced, repackaged, respawned as the final, definitive, ultimate extended edition collector's comeback, complete combat, reboot XL edition, or whatever NetherRealm Studios wants to call this, definitive edition. And so, my friends, we lay Mortal Kombat 1 to rest. We do. Now, it wasn't perfect. We both know this game wasn't perfect. From the day we all played this game, we knew something wasn't right. The live service model tried to nickel and dime us into oblivion. The grind and invasions was real. And let's not forget those microtransactions that made Shang Tsung's soul steel seem quite honestly generous in comparison. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Mr. Holiday-themed fatalities. $10 for a fatality cutscene. But in spite of all of that, it fought, it bled, it gave us the 19th spot in the most downloaded games on PlayStation Network just a month ago. It gave us Omni-Man ripping people in half, and Peacemaker doing the Peacemaker John Cena things. And it gave us 30 years of fatality-filled history in some capacity. A lot of references, but nonetheless, it was something. MK1, you reset the timeline once more. Now, ironically, you've been reset yourself. We don't cry for you, old friend. Trust, we will not be crying for Mortal Kombat 1. We fatality in your honor. We perform one last brutal combo string without block not blocking us in your name. And we load up your final patch notes and press the A button to continue. We remember what you taught us. Block low, trust no one, and never underestimate a man with a hat full of razors. Kung Lao. Rest in peace, Mortal Kombat 1. May your servers live on in spirit, at least until the next update breaks them. Finish him! Amen! Rest in peace. Packwatch, MK1. You know, it's not every day I get to ask ChatGPT to write me a Mortal Kombat 1 eulogy. I couldn't help myself. I saw fate call it a funeral and I just had to do it. On a more serious note though, hey, what's up? It's your boy Dynasty back at it again with some more Mortal Kombat 1 MK Uno cringe on this Wednesday afternoon because, well, hot off the wire this morning, This got announced, kind of a big deal, even got a trailer. Essentially, we have our Game of the Year, Complete Edition, Ultimate Edition with the Definitive Edition of Mortal Kombat 1, M1K, MK Uno. Did not think they were going to actually come out today and announce this. It was the last thing I was expecting to wake up and see. I was really thinking that they'd probably announce this sometime by the end of the year, not today. So I've been shocked all day. I will give them credit. A lot of people are going to town on X, Twitter, YouTube comments about how Ed Boon lied. He said this would be the longest supported game of all time. And like, trust, I agree with what you're saying there. But ultimately, I gotta give WB, for some reason, I hate to do this, the benefit of the doubt, because unlike Mortal Kombat 11, we didn't have to wait another like 8 months with no additional content to be told in a tweet, oh yeah, by the way, support for the game has concluded. So I'm just kind of glad that we know this game's dead and gone versus some of you guys investing so much more time and effort in limbo. Is there going to be a Combat Pack 3? How much longer is this game going to keep getting some additional characters and things of that sort? Now we know. Boom. This is it. Some people are still on the hopium and copium thinking like maybe there's some more cameos and another DLC pack if you buy this Ultimate Definitive Edition. And I'm here to say you're fucking smoking some. No way, bro. Ain't no way is there a Combat Pack 3. Stop it. It's over. The dream is dead. It's dead, guys. So in case you missed it, I'm going to do a quick deep dive and overview into all the contents of this, which essentially is just all the content from, well, the pre-order exclusive bonuses, aka the Jean-Claude Van Damme skin. You get like the movie skins, because the movie skins are out today for the MK2 movie. We've been speculating that would drop at the end of the year when the movie drops in October. No, they're out now. You can buy them individually, or you can buy the Definitive Edition and get them in one big pack. It's not just that, but it's also the Bruce Lee inspired tournament skin for Liu Kang as well, which we've been waiting on for what feels like a lifetime. So other than that, I think that's pretty much it. Combat Pack 1, Combat Pack 2, all those, you know, characters, couple new skins, and that's it. It's really probably the worst Definitive Edition of a game ever, especially because this is only digital. It's not even going to be a physical game. MKXL was such a big deal when it dropped. That really felt like an Ultimate Edition, and honestly, MK11 kind of felt like an Ultimate Edition. This is never going to feel like a Definitive Edition. We'll get into it. So before I break it all down, drop a like if you're excited. I'm sorry that I had to kick things off with a cringy eulogy. I just couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. Hopefully someone thought it was funny. Now, first things first, a massive shout out to Inner Loco, who just dropped this a couple hours ago. It's actually the detailed list of all of the content in the Definitive Edition. Just a quick rundown. I'm going to go invisible here so you guys can see. I'm pretty sure this is from like the official WB press release. I'm not on their mailing list, unfortunately, so do not get this, but here you go. What is the Mortal Kombat 1 Definitive Edition? Maybe this is just like an FAQ page on their website. Could be that too. Anyways, it's the most extensive Mortal Kombat 1 experience featuring the following content: MK1, Chaos Reigns, Combat Pack Fighters, Cameo Fighters, Combat Pack 2 Fighters, KP2 Cameo Fighters, Shang Tsung, MK2 movie skins for Johnny, Shao Kahn, Kitana, and Scorpion, MK 2021 movie skin for Sub-Zero, Tournament Liu Kang skin, Jean-Claude Van Damme skin for Johnny, Wedding Scorpion Empress Melina character skins, Ultimate MK3 character skins for Sub-Zero Noob Saibot, Animality finishing moves, and 1250 Dragon Crystals. So, as for the pricing, look at this smile on my face. I can't believe they're calling this like the Definitive Edition Digital. The Double D! So, how much is it? It's gonna be $60 on the Switch and $70 on everything else. So I guess if you're playing with PS1 graphics, you get to save a nice $10. How generous of NetherRealm. And other than the announcement of this new complete edition of the game digitally, you can unlock exclusive skins and palettes for Scorpion and Sub-Zero by linking your WB Games account to your HBO Max account. Only for those in the US. It's free, kind of, if you already pay for this, but yeah, it's also a thing that dropped today. And like I mentioned, the shop actually did get updated with all the movie skins. I believe they cost about 500 Dragon Crystals each. Same, I believe, for the Liu Kang tournament, you know, Bruce Lee inspired skin as well. So you don't even have to get the definitive edition to get these skins at all. You can buy them separately. But if you've held out for this long, 70 bucks, pretty fair. For what you get, you saved a lot of money, but I know most of us, we spent a lot more than 70 fucking dollars. We spent a lot more than that, so, fuck, man. Thankfully, though, unlike, well, what we talked about yesterday, is today there was a patch update with a bunch of character buffs and nerfs. T-1000 got nerfed, Tremor got nerfed, Goro got buffed. This is coming from Ice Cream FGC. I'll actually have the full list of patch notes linked down below. I believe Sub-Zero also got, like, a damage buff, apparently. Does that entice me to want to play this game now that I know it's dead? They made Sub-Zero good right as they killed the fucking game. Are you serious? Ah! But yeah, like you could see here from Ice Cream FGC, all of these skins are in the shop. I'm actually covering the pricing, but 5 hundo, which isn't the worst. So yeah, this is essentially probably like the last update for Mortal Kombat 1 ever. Here's a look at the rest of the items in case you've not logged on today, because I haven't. As a matter of fact, I feel like I've heard more people are uninstalling today Mortal Kombat 1 than turning it on after the news broke. So, you know, it is what it is. I feel like the writing's been on the wall for a long time. Obviously, there's been a lot of talk about the Combat Pack 3, but even going back to the days of Mortal Kombat 11, there's always, like, leftover stuff in the source code. And for what we know, there really was going to be a Combat Pack 3, and plans changed because Chaos Reign didn't sell as good as they were hoping it did. So, a lot of that stuff is never going to see the light of day, but that doesn't mean that it wasn't going to happen. It was going to happen. It just ultimately, like Fate Unknown said, got canceled. So here we are in May, 5-6 months after the final Fate Unknown statement, and we can confirm that Fate Unknown was correct. This is it. It's the end for Mortal Kombat. And I just think it's so funny because this is a tale as old as time. You guys know I've been covering Mortal Kombat since 2011, MK9, and I've heard Ed Boon, hate to say it, say this whole support the game for years to come quote several times now. And years to come was more or less the quote. I'll play it for you in a bit. But from September 2023 to May 2025 is 1 year and 8 months, or 20 human months. AKA, it's not even been more than 1 year. Yet, apparently this game was going to get support for years to come. I mean, technically, if it dropped in 2023 and we're in 2025, is that what he meant? That we were going to go through different years? Like, how does this make sense? It sucks. I feel like Boon keeps having to say this shit for WB and to keep them appeased, but ultimately, man, it's just ruining the credibility from Boon, bro. And it's shitty because we also have confirmation that, like, WB handles all of, like, the official statements from NetherRealm Studios. Like, we actually had a WB community manager come out and confirm that NetherRealm Studios cannot even address things like broken servers and things of that sort unless it's confirmed and run by a WB, you know, representative. So it just sucks. And this exchange I had with Finny earlier, I was like, looking forward to hearing this quote repeated again for the next one. And knowing what it really means. They called us crazy for doubting. And it's true because everyone was really saying that we were tripping for questioning if he was being legit when he was saying, you know, support the game for years to come. I believe this happened at San Diego Comic-Con when the Chaos Reigns expansion got announced last year. Here's a video from Merdoink with this whole years to come quote. I'm going to mute my mic here.
When we launched Mortal Kombat 1, that we were going to be doing years of content. So this is year 2, right? Years of content.
For years of content.
Years of content. When we launched Mortal Kombat 1, that we were going to be doing years of content. So this is year 2, right? Years of content.
This is year 2, right? Which would kind of make it sound like there's going to be year 3. So then are we in year 3 then? If last year was year 2, so then are we technically in year 3? So this is how they're going to say it actually was years of content? Do you see the fucking marketing bullshit we gotta deal with as fans of Mortal Kombat? How technical do we take these fucking statements? How intricate? How they fucking just twist and turn and manipulate what the fuck they mean? It sucks. This sucks. But it's not surprising. For what it's worth, at least you can fight Harumi, who was supposed to be one of our cameo fighters in what I believe would be the Combat Pack 3. Because the voice actor leaked that like a fucking year ago. Well, she's in Invasions mode as an NPC. So, I believe she's been in there a few times already. But, she's in there for this season of Melina. Whoa, how exciting. But ultimately, man, it's kind of just whatever to me at this point. I tweeted this out, the contents of this whole definitive edition. I was like, I mean, at least it's over. And I got 20k fucking views and 500 likes. Just me saying, well, at least it's over. And obviously all the responses, I could sit here for like an hour and read them. But everyone's response to my tweet here is how I be feeling. This game blew. This is my take as well. At least it's over. Now let's hope the next game's better. Yeah, man. Mind you, I bought the premium edition, 109 plus taxes, plus the Chaos DLC, $60 plus tax. For all of that to be included for 60 bucks. Yeah. We all paid like 200 bucks and this shit's literally dropping for like 60 bucks. So, again, all of us were kind of assuming that this was going to be the case. And it happened. I just talked about this in my video from yesterday. I just said that things weren't looking good for the Combat Pack 3, and then a day later they come out and confirm, hey, you're not getting the Combat Pack 3 doses. Like, it just sucks, man, because at the core of this game, like, if we go back to, like, the beta, I really liked how the beta was. I was having so much fun playing against, like, some of you guys randomly running into you, playing against Super. Had a lot of fun during the beta with my whole, like, Sub-Zero and Sonya. And I made a video before launch saying cameos are going to make or break this game. And though I think they did, for the most part, I think us casuals really aren't the biggest fans of having to adapt to a Mortal Kombat doing an assist fighting game feature all of a sudden for the first time ever, when we're traditionally used to 1v1 modes. So it was obviously from the jump going to be a bit different, kind of weird. But I think it was just a lot of the other shit, guys. Like, if you go back and watch my channel, like I mentioned, you know, yesterday in my intro, I hope that I fought for the consumer to the best of my abilities in your eyes, because I feel like I did. I feel like I kept it real. I called out all the bullshit. I was calling out the fatalities. I was calling out the fucking fact that Boon was saying he didn't want to make a fucking color filter for the blood because it would ruin the integrity of Mortal Kombat. When I'm just sitting here like, or it could actually help the creators who keep the game alive. It could only be an RN. The opponent didn't have to see us with like rainbow blood. It could only be for the person watching on their end. Things of that sort. Like, I talked about the Combat League servers being broken for like 2 months. The player one advantage glitch. Talked about so much shit, man. Talked about all the bullshit. And it sucked because there was like a 7 or like 8 month window post-launch, man, where like people were really thinking that you were just grifting for saying this game was lackluster and just missing content. And now everyone's like, oh yeah, MK1 fucking sucks. It's so funny how I was crucified. People like Fate were crucified. There was a lot of us. There was a lot of us that were being really big on the fact that this game just felt like it was missing a lot of content. And I mean a lot of content. I feel like just earlier I saw a tweet that mentioned we got more Mortal Kombat DLC characters in Mortal Kombat 11 6 years ago than we did in this game. That is clear cut, no matter how you put it, us moving backwards. We have no crypt mode. We have no online lobbies. Like, I could keep going on and on and on and on and on. It is what it is, man. I never liked this game. I haven't played it in months. I'm being completely honest. I've probably not played this game in fucking 4 months, maybe. I think the last character I used was T-1000 for like an hour, and Conan for like an hour. That was it. I've not enjoyed playing Mortal Kombat, I hate to say it, since MK11. I know I just said that. I hate to say it. The beta, like I said, was fun for this game. But ultimately, when I mean fun, I mean like I could sit here mindlessly, blindly, not distracted by anything, in the zone, auto zone, content. I want to grind. Bro, I've not felt that at all from Mortal Kombat 1. And I know I'm not alone, which is why it just sucked, because initially it was the potential this game had. The graphics are beautiful. We're resetting the timeline. Then we actually play the game. It's a multiverse bullshit ending. It's Armageddon already on this whole new timeline. Oh, it's a whole new era, yet Shang Tsung and Liu Kang remember everything. Oh yeah, Garrus does too. Like, it just sucks. The gender swaps. Fucking, I could go on forever, man. Ultimately, I wanted to like this game. The roster is a dream roster. This is a roster with 3D era characters I've been bitching about for years, bro. I wanted to love this game. The gameplay, you either love it or hate it, and if you don't love the gameplay, there's nothing else for you to fucking do in this game, and that was the main root of this game. You bought a game at full price that gave you no replayability unless you loved the gameplay. And for those of you guys who love it, I've never held that against you. For those who don't really want to spend fucking months on end to learn a cameo fighter and playable fighter combination. I know probably not months, but you get what I'm saying. It's just, it takes a lot. And these days, it's like, who has the time? And then when they're nickel and diming the content, it's like, why the fuck do I want to invest in this ecosystem? I miss the days where I could go and do like, beat every level of Test Your Might, unlock Revenant MKX Sub-Zero skin. Cool. That's doable. I can spend an afternoon doing that. And I got a badass skin. Nah, now you gotta go fucking... What I was saying before I cut this out, because I don't know if I could air that. You have to play Combat League and ruin your mental health. That's probably appropriate. To unlock a piece of gear. Or a fucking palette for a skin that you already have, because every character only has like 4 fucking skins. And they all got like 20 stupid fucking palette options that you don't give a fuck about, because it would be so much easier to just fucking click the skin and then pick the color you fucking want, like in Soul Calibur or Fatal fucking Fury. Like, this game fucking hates us, bro. This game fucking hates us, and I ultimately have nothing else to say other than fucking good riddance. Fucking peace be with you. Rest in piss, bozo. I don't like this game. I don't. I gave it my best, guys. And, it's over. It's over! So, I'm happy that, I can look forward to maybe Injustice 3, Mortal Kombat 2? Is it going to be called MK-DOS? But I've been ready to move on for a long time. And I'm hoping that with this game now being confirmed finished, that's awesome, because that simply means that I don't gotta wait till October to have Another Realm come out and be like, oh yeah, we're done supporting the game. Like I said earlier, I'm glad they came out and nipped it in the bud, and they were like, definitive edition, boom, there you go. Now it's like, cool, at what time does the next NetherRealm game get announced? Is it at Summer Game Fest? Is it at the Game Awards? Is it at next year's Summer Game Fest? Is it at a random event like Combo Breaker? Probably not, but you feel me, right? With them getting this out the way, it just paints a whole new clean slate for the future, and I'm ready for it. Ultimately, I would love to have a game that was Mortal Kombat, that wasn't strictly a fighting game for a change. It would be nice to get like some type of Shaolin Monks 2, RPG elements, things of that sort. I need a break from this. I feel like Mortal Kombat is so just oversaturated as of late, which is so sad, because that was something that I felt like for a long time, my whole life, I always wanted more. And for the first time, I want them to stop. When the quality's gone to shit, you gotta stop. But I hope they go in a different direction. I hope they can somehow bring back the hype. And though some people like really don't like the idea of an Injustice 3, I'm open to it. I actually do enjoy Injustice's gameplay. I liked how it was legacied. I loved it. It was easy to pick up and play. I had fun. Yeah, the loot system sucked because you didn't get like the Staff of Grayson, some of you guys, until like years after the game got, no more support. I didn't like the whole random mystery loot box thing to get gameplay items. It wasn't pay to win. It was like, unlock these boxes by grinding to win. I didn't like that too much, but the gear system was in-depth. You could play with the stats on, the stats off. Like, you had the AI stuff. There's no AI stuff in this. I don't know, man. It is what it is. From the jump, I said this game felt like it was missing that soul. I said it felt like an empty gym. And people were like, that's such a weird reference. But for me, it's like when you go into like an empty gym that you've never been in before, and it's like you see the weights and shit, but like you don't have any like sentimental value to that per se. And it's like, this is kind of odd. Just doing weights here in this weird gym. I don't know. It just has like a weird vibe to it. Like it's a gym, but it's not my gym. It's Mortal Kombat, but it's not my Mortal Kombat. You feel me? I don't know if that makes any sense. That was the comparison I was using. It's like it's just weird. It just felt weird. It felt empty. It felt incomplete. We still don't have fucking lobbies. But anyways, that's all I gotta say. I didn't come into this with anything other than me just gonna rant. Game's over. It is what it is. I just hope that you guys are not going so hard on Boon. I understand it'd be easy to just call him out for lying, but we don't know the intricacies of how it goes down. What we do know is WB actually censors these guys. You know what I mean? It's not as easy as Boon just going and saying what he wants to say. He can't. Trust. He can't. So try to be nice to Boon. I understand. It looks really bad. And I hope he can somehow find a way to one day clarify all this stuff. But just use your context clues. I don't think this is Boon's fault. We know what happened. The game tanked after Chaos Reign sale sucked. It's been on sale pretty much nonstop since. And the Combat Pack 3 got scrapped. And that's the end of it. So anyways, that's all I got for y'all today. What do y'all think of this? Again, my bad for the cringe eulogy. It is what it is. I'm having fun. Honestly, today kind of feels like a holiday. In a morbid, fucked up sense. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, drop a like on it. Go buy your digital definitive edition, I guess, if you want. Or don't. And buy a game that's actually fun, like Doom in the Dark Ages. I love y'all. Thanks for watching. Peace.